I'm sick. But, as they say, the show must go on. And there was a few things we need to talk about. For instance, today was Hillary's deposition. She answered every single question, but she threw old Bill right under the bus. They're like, do you know Epstein? She's like, you're going to have to ask my husband about that. They're like, why was Shalane Maxwell a guest at your daughter's wedding? And they said, can you stop that? She was a guest of an invited, a plus one of an invited guest. And they're like, was that guest Jeffrey Epstein? She's like, you're going to have to ask my husband about that. And I was like, oh, Bill. Bill. They had to take a pause during the questioning because somebody took a picture of Hillary in her blue suit during questioning. It was closed-door questioning, and they posted it on a bunch of conservative social media outlets. And then they had to pause it to get the picture down. I think it should have been on C-SPAN. Everything else has been public. Why do we have to do that behind closed doors? She goes, and then they asked me about UFOs and Pizzagate. Two totally unrelated things. I'm like, are they, though? Because it seems to me like we could blame all these abductions on aliens and call it pizza. They didn't even take a whole ball of yarn, Hillary. Do better. Stupid. I could put those puzzle pieces together. Stevie Wonder could see that. Dipshit.
Ray Charles could have put that together.
Ray Charles could have figured this out. Oh, speaking of solving the case, the mothers of Sonora have come across the border from Mexico into Arizona, and now they're just digging around in Nancy's yard for her because apparently Nancy Guthrie's ghost is haunting every medium in the whole United States right now. Apparently she's been dead a couple days, and she keeps telling people where to dig her up, and no one's listening, so I don't know. Y'all gave Edgar Casey a whole book. Why don't you just listen to a couple of psychics every now and again? Baby, can you get me some Kleenexes, please? Oh, I'm dying. I'm not dying. I have a sinus infection, I'm pretty sure. It's not the COVID. It's because the weather went from 70 to 35 like it saw a state trooper. Just slow down. I did take a shower. I know it don't look it, but I did. And my hair just dried curly as hell. So, it's whatever. And a happy day. I got a new t-shirt in the mail from Amazon. And it says, please don't put that on me. Chicken pot pie, 3 of my favorite things. Y'all better hope that Gabriel don't blow his horn while I'm blowing mine, or else we're all gonna miss it. Sean has slept for 2 days straight. Oh, I just have to say this out loud. If you ordered handwritten lyrics, I do have the things to make them. I did not want to sneeze on them. So, your lyrics will be in the mail as soon as I can put gloves on tomorrow and make these. But fear not. I just have not felt the best and haven't been able to complete those, but they are coming. So anyway. They're wanting to push on through the Save America Act, which would probably consequently veto a lot of illegal immigrants' votes, but can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, I guess. I did appreciate the one little Republican, the little blonde girl that was about my size that sat on the Democrat side. She just sat there, so every time she stood up, everybody could see how many people was sitting down around her. It's well played. It's well played. Petty at its finest. I enjoyed that. If you aren't pissed at the Democratic side of our party right now, listen. Literally, Trump gave them, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands kind of instructions. He's like, if you believe in protecting American citizens over illegal immigrants, stand up. All they proved was that they slapped every single American in the face because they refused to do the job that they were elected for in the country in which they were elected to do it. according to the laws of our forefathers, that's high treason, and they should have a public hanging for it, at least be thrown out of office for it. But I said what I said. Everybody that sat on their happy ass on their laurels the other night during the State of the Union while we honored a 100-year-old Korean War vet and gave him the Congressional Medal of Honor, and we gave out 3 different Legions of Merit and Congressional Merit, Medal of Honor, Purple Hearts. And they sat their happy ass right there, sat right on their thumbs. Couldn't even clap for the guy that saved all those little girls from that Texas flood. Couldn't clap for the 100-year-old veteran. Couldn't clap for the little girl that got killed, her parents. Nope. All right. I expect your resignation in the morning. Because you ain't doing the job to which you were elected, and I don't feel like my tax money should pay your salary anymore if you refuse to do your job. So, let's get them out there. I asked my friend Gretchen that last night. She called me and she's checking on me, and I said, I don't feel very good, but I think it's the weather. And I said, quick question, riddle me this. I said, in the past couple weeks, a lot of people that I didn't think knew me have contacted me. Podcasters, politicians, comedians, songwriters, Grammy Award winners, songwriters, singers, artists, whatever. People that are way more famous than me. And I said, why? Why is it that they're asking my opinion? Why are they asking my advice? Why are they asking what I think about it? I'm nobody. She said, I think it's because you're the cigarette mom, Sarah, and you kind of say what we're all thinking. And I was like, man, there's a lot of freedom that comes with nothing to hide and nothing to lose. There's nobody dancing in my pockets and offering me money to say what they want me to say. In order for a threat to be credible, there has to be fear somewhere in that threat. I'm not scared of anything. So, the Lord Almighty. I'm a God-fearing Christian. But that's it. So, you come at me sideways with your barks and your bickering, sorry. It doesn't really stick to me like you want to. It's like Ira Dean told me, I have to give a damn about that to give a damn about what they think about it. I don't give enough of a damn about it to give a damn about what they think about it. I was like, that's true. So, I appreciate you being on the porch. I appreciate you watching and liking and sharing and being part of the conversation and finding solutions with us, smoking with us, praying with us, talking with us. But at the end of the day, I can't make anybody do anything. I can only be accountable for my own actions. And I try my best to offer sound advice and tell you the news as I hear it. I try not to form an opinion. I just state it as I hear it. Sometimes because of my tone and inflection, you think that I stand on sides that I don't or make accusations or spread hate that I don't. I'm just asking questions. But as all good Southern Appalachian women who were lived and raised on a porch smoking Marlboros and everything else without a filter and not letting it ash onto their coffee, sometimes the truth's a little painful. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes that tough love is what you need. Well, hello. You're just moving about. I love that Sean's still editing even though he's sick. He's like, you have a better angle from that side. Whatever. I don't think there's a good angle this time of night when I look like this. But, anyway. Maybe I can shine some light on something that makes you think about something in a different way or opens up your mind to something or opens up your heart to something that you're like, I really didn't think of that in that perspective. And that's really what it's about. The more you know. I don't feel good. I did order me some chicken noodle soup from Bob Evans, and it was good. I didn't feel like cooking. I do feel like maybe laying in a bathtub. My fever broke about 7 o'clock this evening. I had a fever about 101 all day. But in the meantime, I got a new Bible. Pretty excited about that. I just got a contemporary language version in large print, so I don't have to wear my glasses to read it, which is fantastic. But I like the way that it's worded, and it's a nice cross-reference to the these, thous, and thuses of the King James. So, you know, good to know. It's much easier to understand. For instance, looking at like Proverbs 4:20. Says, dear friend, listen well to my words. Tune your ears to my voice and keep my message in plain view at all times. Concentrate and learn it by heart. Those who discover these words live, really live, body and soul, and they're bursting with health. See, that's so much easier to understand than King James going, if thou does this with thee among thine, with thou, and in thine, and what? What? Who's not supposed to do what? So, I got the Message Bible delivered today from Amazon. It's pretty, isn't it? It's pink. But it is the Bible in contemporary language. So, I'm using it as a cross-reference to the King James and the NIV that I already read. And I have a parallel Bible that has the Message, the Amplified Message, the New King James, and the Contemporary as well for the New Testament. So, gives you a chance to not really miss anything, you know. I have to garden off camera, lest the Baptist tell on me. I want to thank Mary, who was really concerned today about me going to hell because I said son of a bitch. She said, watch that language. I said, scroll on. Bye, Mary. At this point, it's like playing chess with a pigeon. You can still win, but the pigeon's going to shit all over the board and act like it did. You can't reason with stupid. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. And that's where we come into a problem. By you commenting how much you hate me, I'm going to show up more on your timeline. Because you've engaged with my page. Whether you like me or not. It's just funny. Why does it sound like my ducks are out? They just mouth all night long. Anyway, you're like me, Cynthia. I like to cross-reference because it might say this in these two versions, but this one says a word different. I'm like, well, that means something different. So you kind of have to take like the summarization of all three versions and be like, don't kill people. Okay, moving on. In case you didn't know, don't kill people. I think that's where a lot of people have problems with the Bible is because they don't know where to start in the Bible and they don't know how to start in the Bible. And it's very intimidating. It's like going to a gym for the first time. You've bought the tennis shoes. You know that you'll probably do all right on the elliptical as long as you get your rhythm down. And you're not going to look like a total dipshit over there on the free weights. That's kind of how you feel going into a new church, going into a new Bible, trying to study. You're like, am I worthy to do this? Do I know what I'm doing? So I think it's one of those things where you just kind of have to learn by doing. I just cracked the Bible where it landed. I believe in bibliomancy, which is cracking the Bible and getting sound advice from wherever that you turn to. So the last couple times I've turned to Ecclesiastes, so that's where we're starting in this Bible. Why not? So, like, where does all that snot come from? There's only so much room in my head. Like, I don't know if there's like a endless fount of snot that just runs all the time, like that water hose that leaks in the backyard. I'm like, where are you coming from? Is this the spring thaw? Why is all this running down my back of my throat making me sick? Anyway. So thank you all for your suggestions. We have taken Mucinex. We have taken NyQuil. Not together, because let's not overdose and be stupid. Also, I'm doing the Vicks Vape Rub on my feet with the socks. And the boiled pineapple juice with the cinnamon. I've done it. I've done it. You said you'd like a porch Bible study? Well, why not? Why couldn't we? We do everything else together. I don't know why we couldn't read a little bit of the Bible together. Like, for instance, let's just give you a good piece of advice tonight. All right. Here we go. From Proverbs, the 1st chapter, in verses 8 through 19, it says, "Pay close attention, friend, to what your father tells you, and never forget what you learned at your mother's knee. Wear their counsel like a winning crown, like rings on your fingers. And dear friend, if bad companions tempt you, please do not go along with them. If they say, let's go out and raise some hell and beat up some old man and mug some old woman and pick them clean and get them ready for their funerals, and we'll load up on top quality loot and we'll haul it home by the truckload. Join us for the time of your life. With us it is share and share alike. Oh, friend, please do not give them a second look. Do not even listen to them for a minute. They are racing towards a very bad end, hurrying to ruin everything that they lay their hands on. Nobody robs a bank with everybody watching, yet that's what these people are doing, and they're doing themselves in. When you grab all that you can get, that's what happens. The more you get, the less you are. Thus saith the Lord." Proverbs. There you go. So, if you've got some hoodlum friends that are trying to say, hey, let's go raise some hell, say nay. Can't be doing that. You're welcome. Doing the saline nose spray. I've got the air stuff. That's clearing up. Nothing else is. I wonder if the neighbor knows that they've pulled the bumper off their car and every time they drive by, it rattles like a card in the spokes of a bicycle. I just hear it. I'm like, that's the underpinning of your bumper because you went over too high of a curb in that little tiny car. And that's just dragging the ground everywhere you go, like the habitual seatbelt throwing sparks. Anyway, I don't know what else is going on in the news because I haven't watched it today. Oh, I do know that in West Virginia they're concerned with birds getting lead poisoning because a lot of people are using lead buckshot. So the DNR is saying, hey, if you could use lead-free buckshot so that the birds don't get lead poisoning and then run into cars on the highway because they're starting to decimate the bird population. You know, just think ahead. But if you do have questions about that, you can reach out to the West Virginia DNR and they'll help you figure out what to do with all of your lead-based ammunition. There we go. Because of the weather conditions today in West Virginia, 2 people were fatally killed in a car accident on Route 35 in Putnam County. Prayers to their family. In Lake Tahoe, 2 skiers came across a man that was buried alive, and they dug him out and saved his life. So, mazel tov to those 2 fine gentlemen. 6 foot of snow fell in less than 48 hours, and the man just got buried up to his shins, basically. He was upside down. And they went over this hill, and they were like, you reckon that dude's okay? And they're like, probably not. He's buried alive. So they dug him out, and he's all right. There you go. Everyday heroes and whatnot. But you never know. The important thing, I think, to remember is that if you can do something, then do it. A lot of us are waiting for permission or affirmation. I mean, believe it or not, you can do nice things for other people without posting about it on social media. I know. It's the craziest thought ever. You can just do nice shit just for the hell of it. Without the affirmation and the likes. It's weird. But, I digress. It's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow. My husband said you can always count on me for an unwarranted weather report. If you're in the Taze Valley or West Virginia region. It's supposed to be in the mid-60s and getting even prettier by Saturday, which is great because I had to deliver some chickens to Kentucky. Granted, if I feel better, it may have to wait. But, in the meantime, I wanted to get on here and say hello because I'm sick. And I didn't want you to think that I was ignoring you, but I have been trying to rest. So after I get done with this cigarette, I'm going to go in there and stretch out and watch the new premiere of Scrubs, which is on Hulu. And I'm going to stretch out and read my new Bible And hopefully I'll feel more alive tomorrow so we can talk about the events of the day. I don't feel good. But I'm the kind of person that I don't get sick, but when I get sick, I get sick. And then it takes me a minute to get over it. So I have to get better. I have too many things coming up. What in the world has set off the motion sensor in the backyard? Probably a raccoon. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But anyway, thank you for all the suggestions and the well wishes and the home remedies and the prayers. Thanks for listening to my stuff on iTunes. Appreciate it. There's like 8 albums worth of stuff on there. So you might find something that you like. Then again, you might find something that you don't. I don't know. I will put, you can screenshot it real quick. I got this one. I got The Message, Contemporary Language Bible. It was on sale on Amazon for $23. So, it's the large print edition. Alright, I think I'm going to go lay in the hot bathtub full of Epsom salts. And as much as I'd like to take y'all with me, I think Facebook would ban me for that. But, in the meantime, if nothing else, I'll get on here sometime in the next couple of days and at least play the piano for y'all or something. We ain't really got to visit very much because I felt under the weather, but I did want to get on here for a second and say hello and tell you that I was thinking about y'all and I wish I felt better. But, in the meantime, I love you and I mean that. Keep your Bibles open and your powder dry and your head on a swivel. People are acting crazy. In Washington the other night, 3 gunmen just opened fire on a random house at 4 a.m. Fired over 50 rounds. Nobody knows why, and they think they got the wrong house. But even if they got the wrong house, don't do that. Don't be doing stuff like that. Use common sense. Anyway, but keep a warm coat or blanket because we're expecting another snowstorm in the next couple of days. You never know if you see somebody that needs one. And perhaps most important of all, friends, I'm Sarah Beth Terry. You're not. Good night.